fantasy football season, thank God. I'm Buster Brown, and the show is Redemption Rehab. And if you tuned in today, it's for one reason. You want to start winning championships in fantasy football. And that starts on draft day with a solid draft. So let's take a look at draft strategies for position players, like wide receivers. Every position player is important, so let's hit the chalkboard and check out the facts. Receivers are widely available throughout the draft compared to other position players. You can literally pick up a wide receiver from 1 through 20 rounds. Every single round, there is a wide receiver that can make a difference in your league. When you look at waiver wire availability, the waiver wire availability for wide receivers is between 10 to 15%. That usually means that on any given week, you can go to the waiver wire and find a quality wide receiver, or at least a decent one, to play if you have an injury or a bye week. What rounds should you be drafting wide receivers? I usually try to have at least 3 receivers that are starters from rounds 1 through 6. I'll tell you straight out, I rarely take a wide receiver in the first round. After that, I usually take 4 backup wide receivers somewhere between rounds 8 and 20. I put the wide receivers second of 6 on the position player priority list. What does that mean? That means the only position player heading into a draft that I consider more valuable than picking a quality wide receiver is getting a quality running back, then a quality wide receiver, followed by a quality tight end. At some point in the draft, before I take a quarterback, I usually like to have at least 3 running backs, 3 starting wide receivers, and a quality tight end, all prior to drafting a quarterback. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, but that's my plan, and it's one of my strategies going into a draft. I usually have multiple strategies. Some of them usually don't work out. Normally that's the case, so being prepared is part of my draft strategy. When I go into a draft, I make sure I come away with 2 things. It's all about balance in the end and depth when it comes to getting a quality draft. You never know what's going to happen to you in a draft, but being prepared, never panic, and never reach for a player are some of the rules I live by. When you go into a draft, be prepared. Summary, when it comes to drafting wide receivers in an upcoming fantasy league draft, I usually try to have 3 good quality starters by the end of round 6. I usually take 4 backups before round 20, giving me 7 wide receivers in total. The reason why I take so many is because every week I can play 3 plus a flex, possibly 4. Wide receivers are readily available throughout the draft. Don't take too many too early. You're going to find yourself in trouble. I'm Buster Brown. The show's Redemption Rehab. Good luck.